In the summer of 2016, Devin and I decided to go on a backpack trip to Terrarosa Lake in Garibaldi Provincial Park. To get there, we headed up the Fire Lake logging road to an elevation of about 3,000 feet. We had earlier come from the town of Pemberton, up the valley, past Silhouette Lake, almost to the end of Harrison Lake, and then up the Fire Lake logging road, which is showing significant signs of erosion all the way up to Fire Lake. It was getting late in the day, so quite near the road was a wetland just inside Garibaldi Provincial Park. So we made camp on a bit of high ground. The next morning we got up and started backpacking. It was all forest here, yellow cedar, Devil's Club. We were hiking up the valley of Stanford Creek. Full day of hiking brought us to the end of the valley and a head wall with a waterfall coming down it. Took a bit of searching, but we finally found a way up and over. Once we got past the head wall, we were up on a plateau covered in heather and with a little creek meandering through it. We nicknamed it Meander Meadow and set up camp. The next morning we hiked the length of the meadow, just following the creek. We scrambled up a steep section to reach Upper Meander Meadow, and another vast area of heather-covered terrain, and finally made up to a ridge top pocketed with little lakes. Upper Meander Meadow. After a bit of a scramble up the hill. A short hike along the ridge brought us to a perfect place to camp between two little lakes on a little miniature meadow. From our new camp, Devin and I decided we'd like to get a view, so we hiked up the rocky ridge behind our camp. Day 3 broke with the clouds so low they were scudding through our camp. A slight misty rain fell, and we had to make our plans accordingly. We decided to explore the heather-covered meadow just over the ridge from our camp. We could visit a number of lakes and check out the route that would eventually lead to Terrarosa Lake. When you were a kid and you accidentally let go of your balloon and it went way up into the sky, did you ever wonder where it ended up? From the lakes and the meadow, we clambered up onto a rocky ridge and navigated our way through the summer snowfields and misty ledges, and eventually found ourselves back at our camp. It was day 4, which meant now or never to go see Terrarosa Lake. Our plan was to cross over some ridges, get across some alpine bowls, and then up on a final ridge as our viewpoint for the lake. Day 5 was sunny and blue. Beautiful. We broke our camp at the two lakes and headed off down the ridge, which was pockmarked with a number of beautiful lakes. Our plan was to head in the direction of home, but a different way. We would travel the high route to get back home. Far below, we could see Meander Meadow. We made camp in a little grassy flat by a small lake overlooking a red bluff looked down on the amazingly beautiful Glacier Lake. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, jab rock. Oh, oh my God. That doesn't do good for the dental work. Day 6, last day in the mountains. We packed up and side hill along the ridge until we made the top of it. Down below we could see the glacial waters, the glacial light blue waters of Glacial Lake and the dark blue waters of Fire Lake. Our goal was to carry on down the ridge until we could slide off on one side to pick up logging roads which came quite high up on the ridge. We did that, came through the forest, picked up the logging roads, and before you knew it, we were back to our truck and headed out. Well, that's it for now. We were gone for about a week, backpacking in the Terrarosa Lake area of Garibaldi Park. Highly recommend it for those that would like to get off the beaten track. Bye for now.